Hello, thanks for joining me on this morning moment this morning. I'm out on a walk with my little dog Indy. You haven't seen her in a while, but I wanted to do this one on location because I've been thinking about a concept that Chap talked about. It was a few weeks ago now. He did a message on the prodigal son, or maybe more aptly put, the loving father. And he said something in passing. If I'm honest, I don't exactly remember what he said, but I remember the idea that it planted in my heart that was so sticky. I haven't been able to forget about it, so I figured I'd share it with you now. When it comes to our relationship with God, he was talking about oftentimes when we make a mistake, it feels like we've run away from God and we're separate, and that God is there just waiting to chastise us once we get back. But the image that he said that then stuck in my mind was like when a dog is returning to its owner, in a sense of there isn't pain, there isn't this emotional like trauma that happens there, but there's just this love that the owner has for the dog. Here's an example of what happened. I was walking my dog Indy, and she was on her harness and her leash, and she saw a bird. She loves birds, can't control herself when it comes to them, and a bird landed right in front of her, and she went and she took off, and it broke the leash and the harness. And I immediately had a gasp of fear, because right beyond that bird was like the street and cars, and I went, and she broke it, started going after her, then realized, I broke something bad. And she turned around and looked at me like she was going to be in this grave trouble, like I was going to come down and like shoot out lightning bolts out of my fingers. But of course, that wasn't my heart. My heart was that I was concerned for her. And I looked at her and I said, Indy. And she, like in the sheepish little face, like kind of waddled back to me and was like, are you upset with me? And of course, I wasn't upset. I was concerned for her. I was excited that she was pursuing life, that she was happy. And I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want her to get hurt. And so I embraced her and loved her. And she had this moment of like, am I in trouble or do you love me? And the reality is with us and God, the answer is he always loves us. Now, the rest of our walk was a little different. I had to wrap the leash around her a different way, and she didn't quite like that because she had less freedom than she had before. And that was a consequence of her breaking the harness. But that didn't change my love for her. It just meant that, well, we were having to do things a little differently for the rest of her walk. And so as you go on with the rest of your day, here's my encouragement to you. No matter what this last year has been like, no matter what the last few moments or days have been like for you, in this world where we're pursuing God in this post-quarantine church, may you not feel regret or shame from things that have happened in the past that the enemy might be using to try to tear you down. But rather, may you feel the warm embrace of a God who loves you, who just wants to wrap you in his arms and care for you. So have a nice day, enjoy your walk, and know that you're loved by your Creator. Talk to you soon.